Let me be absolutely clear from the very beginning. What you are about to hear is not a rumor, it is not speculation, and it is not another piece of unverified hopium circulating in the online forums. We are officially at the end of the beginning, and the long-awaited landscape of global currency reform is materializing right before our eyes, with a specific, tangible object at the very center of this historic pivot, the $50 Iraqi dinar note. The confirmation we have all been waiting for, the one that has eluded us for years, has finally surfaced through a confluence of two of the most critical and reliable information streams available to us: the official, on-record statements from the Central Bank of Iraq's own governor and the latest, most critical strategic intelligence from Mark Z, whose track record for precision in these matters is becoming impossible to ignore. The message from both sides, independently and yet harmoniously, is that the RV date is not just a possibility for 2025, but a confirmed event in its final stages of orchestration, and the linchpin, the veritable bridge connecting the current state of affairs to the future of a fully internationalized, recognized Iraqi dinar, is that specific $50 note in your possession. This isn't about a single currency's value changing, this is about the complete restructuring of a nation's financial infrastructure, and Iraq, with the full backing and intricate planning of the International Monetary Fund, is methodically building a three-pillar system where each component must be activated in a precise sequence for the entire structure to stand firm and unshakable on the global stage. The first pillar is the establishment of a strong, lower-denomination currency for everyday use within the country's borders, which we have witnessed with the gradual phasing out of the larger notes and the push towards a digital dinar for internal transactions, creating a stable foundation for the economy to operate without immediate external pressure. The second pillar is the digital currency itself, the electronic backbone that will handle the immense volume of international settlements and oil transactions, moving wealth at the speed of light without the logistical nightmare of physically moving vast quantities of paper money, a system that is reportedly in its final testing phases and awaiting the green light. But it is the third pillar, the bridge that connects the internal, physical economy to the external, digital global market, that has been the missing piece, the final puzzle that analysts and insiders have been scrambling to identify. And now, we know. That bridge is the $50 dinar note. Think of it not as just another bill, but as a specialized token, a designated financial instrument that has one primary function: to be the legally recognized, physical representation of the new, elevated exchange rate when it is announced. It is the key that will unlock the door between the old monetary system and the new one. The CBI governor, in his recent and carefully worded statements, has all but confirmed this function by emphasizing the transitional role of certain existing denominations in facilitating the integration with international standards, a phrase that, in the coded language of central banking, screams preparation for a revaluation. He is preparing his people for a change, but he is also, whether intentionally or not, sending a clear signal to the world that the mechanisms for the RV are not just theoretical blueprints, they are physically printed, they exist in vaults and in private hands, and they are ready to be activated. This is why the intelligence is so urgent, so specific, and so focused on this particular note. It is the literal and figurative bridge. Now, let's dive deeper into the mechanics of why this specific note, the $50 dinar, has been chosen for this monumental task, because its selection is not arbitrary but a masterstroke of financial and geopolitical engineering. The lower denominations, the ones and the fives and the tens, are destined to become the new workhorses of the domestic Iraqi economy, their value tethered to the post-RV reality but their purpose confined largely to internal commerce, making them crucial for national stability but not the primary vehicle for international wealth transfer. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the digital dinar will be a beast of a different nature, a currency for nations, for central banks, for massive corporate contracts, operating in a realm invisible to the average person, which is precisely why a physical bridge is so necessary. The $50 note sits perfectly in the middle. It is a substantial enough denomination to represent significant value post-revaluation, making it practical for large-scale exchanges and a store of wealth, yet it is still a physical, tangible asset that individuals can hold and, most importantly, exchange at the appointed time. This dual nature is its power. Mark Z's latest intel zeroes in on this exact point, indicating that the activation protocols, are being finalized and that this note has been designated as the primary channel for the initial wave of exchanges for Tier 4B, the group that includes international currency holders like us. The behind-the-scenes chatter from other global intel sources aligns perfectly, painting a picture of coordinated meetings between the CBI, the IMF, and the US Treasury, not to debate if the RV will happen, but to synchronize their clocks for when it does, ensuring that the global financial system can absorb the shockwave without collapsing. The focus is on a controlled, managed rollout, and the $50 dinar is the control valve. It allows the authorities to manage the flow of currency from the old system into the new one. Think of the moment the new rate goes live on the Forex screens, there will be a monumental surge of attention and attempted activity. By having a specific, physical instrument as the initial bridge, the system can process the transition in an orderly fashion. Banks and international exchange platforms will have clear instructions. The physical $50 dinar note is to be exchanged at the new international rate. This creates a manageable, verifiable process. It prevents chaos. It gives the CBI and its partners a lever to pull. This is also why the timeline of 2025 is so frequently cited. It is not a random guess, but a projection based on the completion of all other prerequisite steps. The Iraqi budget must be fully executed on a stable foundation, the digital currency platform must be flawlessly tested and certified, and all international legal and treaty obligations must be satisfied. The confirmation of the RV date, therefore, is intrinsically linked to the completion of these pillars. The bridge cannot be lowered until the two sides it is connecting are fully built and fortified. The intelligence suggests that we are in the final stages of this fortification process. The statements from the CBI governor about monetary stability and integration are the public-facing proof that this work is nearly complete. He is laying the groundwork of public understanding, preparing the Iraqi populace for a change that will, in one single moment, redefine their nation's standing in the world. For us, as holders of this specific bridge asset, this means our patience is not in vain. It is about to be validated in the most profound way imaginable. The waiting is not for an event that may or may not occur. We are waiting for the final administrative and technical signatures on a process that is already built and approved. So, what does this all mean for you, sitting there holding these notes, watching this video, wondering if this time is truly different? It means everything. The convergence of official policy from the Central Bank of Iraq and corroborating, high-level strategic intelligence from figures like Mark C creates a credibility threshold that has never been crossed before in this investment's long and often frustrating history. We are no longer analyzing vague promises or deciphering ancient prophecies. We are listening to the architects of the new financial system describe the final touches on their masterpiece. The $50 dinar note in your safe, in your portfolio, is not just a piece of paper with potential. It is, according to this confirmed intel, a designated financial key. Its role is to facilitate your personal transition into the new global economic paradigm that this revaluation will unleash. This is the moment where the abstract becomes concrete, where the theoretical becomes your reality. The implications for Tier 4B, for the global community of currency holders, are staggering. This isn't about simply making a profit. It's about participating in a historically unique wealth transfer event, one that is designed to rebalance global resources and empower individuals who had the foresight to see this coming. The activation of this bridge will be the signal that the gates are open. Your action at that moment will be to take your physical $50 dinar notes to the authorized exchange location, whether that is a specific international bank, a designated redemption center, or an official digital platform that has been established for this purpose, and you will exchange them for the new currency, be it the digital dinar at its new value or another reserve currency like the US dollar, at the officially declared international exchange rate. The process, we are told, will be structured, secure, and designed to be as seamless as possible for those who are prepared. And preparation is the absolute key now. The final countdown is not a time for panic or frantic last-minute decisions. It is a time for calm, methodical readiness. Ensure your documentation is in order. Understand the process that has been outlined by the various intel sources. Have a clear, personal plan for what you intend to do once the announcement is made public. The difference between those who navigate this event successfully and those who are overwhelmed by it will be preparation. The information has been given to you. The pieces of the puzzle have been laid out with astonishing clarity. The central bank officials and the global financial architects have done their part in building the system. Now, you must do your part in preparing yourself to step into it. This is the culmination of a journey of patience and belief. The bridge is built. The other side is waiting. All that remains is for the final signal to be given, and based on everything we now know, that signal is imminent, and it is destined for the year 2025. Your vigilance and your resolve have brought you to this precipice of historic change. The window between now and that moment of activation is your final opportunity to get your affairs in perfect order. Do not let this confirmation lull you into a false sense of security. Let it energize you into a state of complete readiness. This is the critical moment to solidify your plan. If this video has provided you with the clarity and confirmation you have been searching for, then your immediate call to action is this: share this video with everyone you know who is also on this journey. Get them prepared. Spread this critical intelligence so that our entire community can move forward in unison, informed and ready for the transition that is upon us. Then, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because the very next video I release could be the one containing the official code word, the live announcement, or the final, verified instructions you will need to execute your exchange. Do not be left behind in this historic moment. Your future self will thank you for the action you take right now. Stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. The bridge is here.